Hi, Cindy. It's so awesome for you to join and to share your insights and experiences about Psych K. Thank you very much for making the time. One of the things that we're doing is just inviting people that maybe haven't done Psych K before or are just getting started with it to get an understanding, not just from us as instructors, but from facilitators like yourself, people that do private sessions and work with yourself. One of the things that is always a fascinating story is to hear the short version, but to hear how Psych K found you or how you found Psych K. So what would you like to share about that?
I first found Psych K about probably 10, 11 years ago, and I was visiting a girlfriend, and my allergies had flared up really bad. And she said, "Oh, I used to have allergies." And I said, "Used to?" She said, "Yeah, go see this gal. She does Psych K, and she'll help you get rid of them." It's like, I'll try anything because nothing was working. And after 3 sessions, I did, and she helped me get rid of my allergies.
Isn't that amazing? Yeah. I've worked with so many people around allergies and you know, response to things. And sometimes we think it's a response to a product or to pollen or to strawberries or whatever. And my experience, and I don't know about you, we won't go into the detail, but my experience is it's often not the product. It's a personal, emotional connection to somebody or some situation that product got connected at the subconscious level. So
Yes.
it's often amazing when we unfurl it and then the allergy goes away. Lifelong allergies
Yeah.
go away.
Yes.
Yeah, beautiful. I'm so glad you had that experience. And then you decided to go to a workshop, it sounds like.
Yes. Well, after my allergies were cleared up, I'd gone through a divorce, a move, and then they flared up again. It's like, oh, what am I going to do about this? And I heard Divine say, get back into Psych K. So I was like, okay. So I Googled who in Oregon I could go to for sessions, and I found the instructor, Joan Cameron, who was giving the workshops. And I thought, perfect, this is even better. So I
Yep.
had gone to
Universe
all the
answered your
workshops.
need. Yeah, right. You didn't have to travel far, right there. So
Yes.
So with your experience with Psych K, how, if somebody said, okay, so that's great, what is Psych K? How would you help them understand what Psych K is?
I would say it's absolute freedom
Mhm.
on any and all levels: physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, and even financial. It's ridding the limiting thoughts and beliefs that we grew up as a child, and it's freedom from past childhood abuse, childhood wounds.
Yeah,
It's
and often those
freedom.
wounds, we're not, yeah, I love freedom, absolutely. You know, those wounds, we're aware of some, and some of them we're not even aware of.
Oh,
And that,
exactly.
yeah, that's one of the beautiful things about Psych K is we don't have to know consciously. We can say, okay, well, here's a reaction that I do or a behavior I do and I don't like it. I want to behave or respond this way. And we don't have to dig under and go, well, what is it? And who did this? And blah, blah, blah. Because we can just trust that the subconscious, when we go into the balance process, which is the change process, when we go into that, the subconscious knows the origin and we trust that.
Exactly, exactly. We don't have to, like you said, we don't have to worry about the who, what, where, why, when. None of that is important. What's important is the healing,
Mhm.
healing from the inside out.
Inside out. Absolutely. Beautiful. Thank you. So you shared about your allergy. Is there any other area that maybe you've transformed or you've helped somebody transform? You know, you mentioned physical, spiritual, mental, etc. So anything else
Yes.
you'd like to share? Some
Yeah, I used to be hypoglycemic
really
really bad. So when like 9, 12, 3, and 5 came, if I didn't have food in my mouth, I would be ready to pass out. It was terrible. So no more hypoglycemic. I was able to rid PTSD. I was able to find my voice, that it's safe to be seen and heard, because I grew up quiet and shy. You know, if you used to know me, totally different person.
and look at you
And
today. You're
yeah,
on
look at me
a
today.
video.
Yes, yes. On a spiritual level, I am closer to God, and I found my purpose.
Mm,
And emotional and mental, I would say I was able to be um, more resilient, overcoming a divorce and overcoming my past issues and abuse issues. And I've dealt with grief and loss. I've lost 2 sisters. That was very traumatic to me. And I'm also an empath. So I'm able to protect myself where I'm not taking on other people's stories and feelings, and that was just terrible. It's like, but so freedom from all of those areas, and especially ridding those unlimited negative thinking.
Yep, that's amazing. Congratulations. That's awesome, Cindy.
I love to see the transformation in other people's lives when, even after one session or a couple of sessions. And I wanted to mention a couple ladies that I worked with that dealt with depression and were suicidal. And one lady had extreme health issues, and the doctor only gave her 6 months to live. After 6 months, I'm still working with her. And now she's alive, she's healthy. We've had a friendship for 3 years now. And the doctor was just astounded in her transformation and wanted to know what you changed. Energy work, Psych K. And then he became interested. So it's like,
well, he
very
had,
powerful.
That's amazing. Good on him. Because sometimes they're still in their medical box and they don't want to think that the emotional side or the internal part is part of healing, but it's a huge piece of healing. We need both, we need the physical, the medical side, but we also need our own internal beliefs lined up around that. So congrats to her and you. When you were considering going into the workshop, did, sometimes people are like, this, I've read about it, I hear you guys, but it sounds too good to be true. Did you have any doubts going into it? I mean, you had a personal experience, but did you have any doubts, or if somebody, you've heard doubts, what might they be, and what'd you help them through?
Well, the only thing I could think of that I thought of when I was starting to take it was, how far can I go with Psych K? So, and other doubts with people that I've worked with, it's, I can't think, they didn't really doubt Psych K or the process. They trusted the process, and they're at a point to where they're ready to try anything.
Right. Yeah. Just like you with your, okay, I don't care what it is. I just want to do it.
And I've tried, when I was going through my healing modality, about 20 years ago, I learned about some other little things like massage therapy and reflexology and Reiki, but it's like, there's something still out there. Something was telling me there's something still out there, but I just can't put my finger on it. Then I heard about Psych K, and it's like, that's it.
Right.
So
yeah, absolutely. People often say, people often have, there's people that come into Psych K that are brand new, that have not done much of anything. And then there's others on the other end that have, collected all kinds of things along the way. But for both, when they get exposed to Psych K and allow it, they're open to it, what they discover is the simplicity, the elegance, the ease at which change can occur. Yeah. Beautiful. Good. Yeah, I was a big doubting Thomas when I started in on this, and I've been doing it 28 years. And it was, I was just questioning all of it because I came from an information technology, problem solving world. And I wanted to know all the ifs, ands, and buts in the house. And some of it, there's no actual answer to. It's trusting. It's stepping into it and allowing the process to give you the gift that it's going to give you.
Yes.
Yeah. Beautiful. Is there anything that you found challenging around Psych K? We're doing these interviews and we don't want to just have them as everything's happy, but is there any, we want to be, real. Is there anything that you have found challenging along the way with Psych K?
When I'm dealing with a health issue, I expect something to change just like that. And I have to remind myself, okay, nothing's changed. I have to go deeper. I have to go to the core and find out what it is that needs to be shifted. So trusting myself and listening, what needs to be done. And just like you said, I had to remember to keep it simple. Healing doesn't have to be difficult or hard or scary. It's just very simple and beautiful. And I had to also remind myself, and sometimes I still do, that I'm only the facilitator. God is the one who does the healing, and the client is the healer. I'm only facilitating in their process.
Absolutely beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, so two things I just want to grab onto that you said is, it is funny how we're in this instantaneous expectation time frame. So, I live in Memphis, Tennessee. We've got FedEx hub here. And for years, it was like, yeah, you can get it overnight, FedEx it. Now it's instantaneous with emails, and it's, you know, we think everything should happen like this. And yes, some things do. Some things with when we're shifting with Psych K, I've watched people with, you know, fears of X, whatever X might be, PTSD, some allergy areas, within one session, you know, which is an hour, maybe an hour long, it's resolved. And so, yes, it can happen that fast, and some things don't. And so part of it is Psych K is sort of, there's like a control factor that will only take you as fast and as far as you need to, or is healthy for you in that time frame. And then you just go back and you go back and you go back. You know, it's kind of like you dig a hole, oh, it's not deep enough. Okay, I'll dig a hole, and, you know, and then you finally get to plant the seed that comes out. So
yes. And I found that sometimes when we're clearing one issue, another issue will come up.
Because it's now able to, the gunk on top is gone, you know, and now that other one is like, okay, now you can handle me. So I'm going to, beautiful, good.
Exactly.
Is there, overall, is there anything else you'd like to share about Psych K?
Oh yeah, we go on forever, but I know time is short, so I'll just quickly say that Psych K is a process that really changes you on a physical, mental, emotional, spiritual level. It really deeply helps you heal the wounds that need to be healed, whether you know them or not. And I just love helping people all over the world heal their wounds and create their own miracles. It saved my life. It saved many other people's lives. And I mean, it was just something simple like a phobia of spiders or flying. And I've helped authors who have writer's block after one session that finished a book and had it published. I've worked with children, autistic children, with pets.
Yep. Oh, so isn't that awesome?
It's unlimited what you can do with Psych K.
It is absolutely beautiful. Yeah. And thank you. And I just want to go back, because the other thing I wanted to make mention of, and I forgot, was what you said about remembering that we're the guide, we're the facilitator, we're not doing the change, that the partner or client, along with their spirit, whatever that they define that as, is actually creating that change. And that's a beautiful difference with something.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, I have to quickly tell you another experience I had with a lady that had dealt with extreme abuse, physical, sexual abuse. It was horrific. And I'm thinking, I can't help this lady. I don't know what to do. And I just felt the impression that, and heard that voice again, you're not the one doing the healing. It's like, oh, phew, oh man, weight off my shoulders. Yes. Yep. So I can focus on asking her the right questions, and through muscle testing, just follow the protocol. Keep it simple. And surely she loves Psych K. Yeah.
It feels better. Well. She shifted.
Yes.
That's beautiful. Yeah. Good. So you do private sessions. Would you share your websites and so people can connect with you?
Oh, definitely. My website is healunafraid.com.
Oh, beautiful. I love that.
Yeah. Absolutely. You don't have to be afraid to do healing.
No, and it doesn't have to hurt at all.
Right.
Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you, Cindy. I so appreciate your time and your sharing. Thank you.
Thank you.